1. Different types of diagrammatic presentation of data and its disadvantages. 5 marks. Introduction. Diagrammatic presentation will not include graph. One of the most convincing and appealing ways in which statistical research may be presented is through diagrams and graphs. Just one diagram is enough to represent a given data or effectively than thousands of words. Diagrams are easy to understand even for ordinary people. Diagrammatic presentation consists in presenting statistical material in interesting and attractive geometrical figures, bars, circle, rectangle, squares, pictures, maps, and charts. It will attract the attention of a large number of persons. It facilitates comparison between two or more sets of data. Definition. Diagrammatic presentation is the visual form of presentation of data in which facts are highlighted in the language of diagrams. It can be defined as a geometric technique of presenting numerical information through bar diagram, pie diagram, pictogram, cartogram types of diagrams. 1. One-dimensional. 2. Two-dimensional or surface diagram. 3. Three-dimensional or volume diagram. 4. Pictogram. 5. Cartogram or map diagram. One-dimensional diagram. One-dimensional diagram are such diagrams where only one-dimensional measurement, example height, is used. These diagrams may be in the form of line or bars. There is no importance of width or thickness in these diagrams. The heights of these line or bar are taken on the basis of values. Line diagram. In diagrams, only line is drawn to represent one variable. These lines may be vertical or horizontal. Line diagram is used in case where there are many items and there is least difference between different values. The construction of this diagram is very simple. It makes the comparison easy. It has no width and hence of very poor visual effect, so it is less attractive. Bar diagram. Bar diagram is the easiest and most commonly used method. Definition. A bar graph is a chart that uses either horizontal or vertical bars to show comparison between variables, categories. Bar diagram is a convenient graphical device that is particularly useful for displaying nominal or ordinal data. It is easy method adopted for visual comparison of the magnitudes and different frequencies. There are 3 types of bar diagrams: simple, multiple, and proportion bar diagrams. The width of bars should be uniform throughout the diagram. The gap between the bars should be uniform throughout. Bars may be vertical or horizontal. It has 2 axes. X, upper, represents a discrete value. Y-axis shows the specific category when compared. Length of the bars drawn vertically or horizontally indicates the frequency of a character. Length of the bars drawn vertically or horizontally indicates the frequency of a character. The bar charts are called vertical bar charts if the bars are placed vertically. When the bars are placed horizontally, it is called horizontal bar charts. Example: grouped bar graphs, horizontal bar graphs, simple bar, multiple bar, subdivided bar, percentage bar, dual-directional bar, deviation bar, and broken bar diagrams. Some of the points to be kept in mind while making a bar diagram are: the width of bars should be uniform throughout the diagram. The gap between the bars should be uniform throughout. Bars may be vertical or horizontal. Two-dimensional diagram. Two-dimensional diagrams are those where the length as well as the width of bar both and the areas are considered in the construction of diagram. These diagrams are also called area or surface diagram. Example: rectangle diagram, square diagram, pie diagram, sector diagram. It is another useful pictorial device for presenting discrete data of qualitative characteristics such as age, groups, gender, operational group in a population. Pie chart. A circle graph shows the relationship between the whole and its parts. The whole circle is divided into sectors. The size of each sector is proportional to the activity or information it represents. It's called pie chart. If the total of the circle is to be shown in different parts or components, sector diagram is used for it. The total area of the circle represents the entire data under consideration. It takes comparative differences at a glance. As there are 360 degrees at the center, values of different components are converted into angular value, taking the whole data equal to 360 degree. Dot size of each angle is calculated by multiple class percentage with 360 degree. This diagram is also known as subdivided circular diagram. Pie diagram, sector diagram. It is another useful pictorial device for presenting discrete data of qualitative characteristics in a population. The total area of the circle represents the entire data under consideration. Size of each angle is equal to class frequency total observation x 360. Three-dimensional diagram. Three-dimensional diagrams are those in which 3 dimension, length, width, and height are taken into account. They are also known as cubic diagram. It may be drawn in the form of cylinders, blocks, spheres. Histogram. It is a representation of a frequency distribution by means of rectangle whose widths represent class interval and whose areas are proportional to the corresponding frequencies. Histogram. It is most commonly used graphical representation of group frequency. Distribution. Variable characters of the different groups are indicated on the horizontal line, x-axis, and frequencies are indicated on the vertical line, y-axis. Frequency of each group forms a column or rectangle. Such diagram is called histogram. The parts of histogram. Histogram is made up of 5 parts. One title briefly describes the information that is contained in the histogram. 2. Horizontal or x-axis. It shows the scale of values into which the measurements fit. 3 bars. The bars have 2 important characteristics: height and width. The height represents the number of times the values within an interval occurred. The value represents the length of the interval covered by the bar. It is same for all bars. 4. Vertical or y-axis. It is the scale that shows the number of times the values within an interval occurred. The number of times is also referred to as frequency. 5. Legend. It provides additional information that documents where the data came from and how the measurements are gathered. Pictogram diagram. Pictograph. Picture graph. Pictogram is a technique of presenting data through appropriate pictures. It proved very attractive and very effective. Cartogram or map diagram. Cartograms are used to represent data on geographical basis. For example, possible due to rainfall. These diagrams are very attractive and effective if message is to be communicated to common people. Frequency polygon. It is the curve obtained by joining the middle top points of the rectangles in a histogram by a straight line. It is simple and sketch an outline of data pattern more clearly than histograms. Cumulative frequency curve or for drawing an octave. An ordinary frequency distribution table is converted into cumulative frequency table. The cumulative frequencies are then plotted corresponding to the upper limits of the classes. Scattered diagram or dotted diagrams. It is a graphic presentation that shows the nature of correlation between two variable characters x and y on the similar features and characteristics. Pictogram or picture diagram. This method is used to impress the frequency of the occurrence of events to common people in a population. Map diagram or spot diagram. These maps are prepared to show geographical distribution of frequencies of characteristics.